The story of Grant Hill is one of the biggest what-ifs in NBA history. He was one of the best college players in Duke's history, as he led Duke to the championship game in 1994, but they lost to the Razorbacks. And he also had his jersey retired. He also won the NCAA champion twice with Christian Laettner and Bobby Hurley, who were both NBA players. He was drafted by the Detroit Pistons with the third pick in the 1994 NBA draft. And right from the get-go, he was the co-rookie of the year with Jason Kidd. He averaged 20 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he was the co-rookie of the year with Jason Kidd. In his second season, he led the NBA in All-Star voting in a time when he beat Michael Jordan he had more votes than Michael Jordan. He led the NBA in triple doubles. Also in the Olympics, he won the gold medal. And he had the fifth highest scoring average. He averaged 9.7 points in the Olympics. In the 1996 season, he averaged 20 points a game, 7 assists, and 10 rebounds. In 1997, he finished third in MVP voting behind Karl Malone and Michael Jordan. He also led the NBA in triple doubles once again, and he averaged 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. In 1998, he again was an all-around player, and he averaged 21 points, 7 rebounds. 8 rebounds and 7 assists. 1999, similar stats, 21, 7, and 6. In 2000, he broke out as a great scorer. He averaged 26 points a game, which was his highest scoring average ever. He started to have a little problem with injuries, as he played 74 games this season, but he still was healthy. But he did get injured late into the season. He averaged 26, 7, and 5. And for the first 6 seasons of his career, only Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, and LeBron James had scored as much points, had as much rebounds, and scored as many and has as many as assists. In the 2000 offseason, he was signed by the Orlando Magic, but he was recovering from his injury and he only played 4 games. But he was such a fan favorite that he made the All-Star game even though he only played 4 games. In 2002, he was again struggling with injuries. Only 14 games played because his ankle, he had bad ankle still. But in 2002 was the first year he didn't make the All-Star game. 2003, he played 29 games, but he wasn't the same, and he also still had injury problems. And he got injured, and he didn't play in the 2004 season. 2005, he finally came back. Not the same player, but he averaged 20, 5, and 3. He was still a very good player, and he made the All-Star team. In 2006, he had injury problems. He averaged 15 points a game, but he only played 21 games. 2007, he was relatively healthy, but by this time, his ankles had slowed down his athleticism and he wasn't the same player. 2008, he was able to play 70 games. He became a valuable role player for the Suns in 2008, 2009, and 2010, but sadly he couldn't get a ring as the Suns were eliminated in the conference finals in 2010. He continued to average over 10 points a game until his last season with the Clippers. Despite having ankle injuries, he was able to play as long as Jason Kidd, and he played until 2013. In total, he was a 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, was an All-NBA first-team player in 1997, and his other 4 ones were in 1996, 1998, 1999, 2000, and he was an All-NBA second-team player. He was also the All-Rookie first-team because he was the Co-Rookie of the Year. In 2018, Grant Hill was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. His career is one of the biggest what-ifs in NBA history, but he still made a great career out of it. That's the story of Grant Hill.